Today on Karamo,
Your knee has not stopped shaking this entire time.
it's a situation unlike anything ever seen before.
6 different guys in a 2-month period.
Is that true?
Yes.
These two people are married.
There's so much going on here.
There will be a confession from the woman living in their home,
Almost every single time she leaves for work.
and there will be 2 phones unlocked. Is there any way this marriage can continue? Plus,
Called me a ghetto black girl.
one comment has ruined Aaliyah's relationship with her father.
It's your job to make sure that no one ever calls her a ghetto black girl.
Can Alan figure out what his daughter needs?
Don't touch me, please.
Or are they both at the point of no return?
It doesn't matter.
It's time to end it.
Picture walking in on your wife in bed with another man while your kids slept in the next room. Randy says this is the nightmare he lived, and now he wants to know everything. So we're unlocking his wife Cari's phone to uncover the truth. Everyone, please welcome Randy to the show. Hey Randy, how you doing, man? Nice to meet you. Take a seat. Please tell me, talk to me about walking in on your wife with another man. What was going on?
Yeah, so I went upstairs. We had a great evening. I went upstairs to get Tylenol because I had a really bad migraine at the time.
Yeah.
And I was also dealing with tooth pain. So, living in a 3-bedroom apartment, I initially thought that the guy that was there was in the spare bedroom. What I didn't know was that they were actually together. And when I walked in, I caught him having sex and it pissed me off. Really, I wanted to do some things and say some things, but I just backed out of the room without
You were in
saying
shock.
anything. Oh yeah, I was pissed.
Yeah. Did you know the man? Who is this guy?
So he's an ex-friend of mine, and my wife told me that he was just a quote-unquote friend. That he was helping her with the kids because I was gone, and I bought into it. And when I found out that they weren't friends, that it was more than friends, it pissed me off.
Were you gone somewhere?
I was in Arizona.
You were in Arizona?
Yes, I left because of the arguing and the fighting, and I needed to focus on myself.
Got it.
For my kids, to make myself better for my
Got
kids.
it. So you were away. She said this is just a friend, moved him in the house, and
Yes.
all of a sudden now you walk back in your house and they're in bed.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. And he told you that he was just using her?
Yeah, he told her he wanted her for sex. That's exactly what he told me. And it wasn't just one time he said this. It was multiple times that he said this to me. I'm only with her for sex.
Did you tell your wife that
Yes.
he said that? And what did she say?
She didn't believe me. So he said it to her in front of me. And she still, he's just telling you that because he doesn't want me and you back.
And how many times have you and your wife broken up during this?
Since we've been married, we've split up twice. And before that, it was a total of 3 times.
Okay, so total 3 times. And how long y'all been married?
Almost 3 years, or over 3 years, excuse me.
3 years.
Yes, sir.
So in 3 years, y'all have split at least once per year.
Yeah.
And you've already caught your wife in bed with another man.
Yes.
And you two have children together?
Yes, we have 3.
3 children. So within 3 years of being together, you've split 3 times. You've also had 3 children?
Yes.
Wow. And how old are the children?
So my twins are 3 and my youngest is 2.
Okay, 3 and 2. Wow, okay. This has been a busy 3 years for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've been going back and forth to Arizona during this time as well.
Yeah.
Married 3 years, but how long have you been together total?
On and off for 15 years.
15 years, okay.
Yes.
Got it, okay. Okay, that adds some context too now. So
Right.
15 years together, okay. And when did you get back together this last time?
It was closer to the end of August of last year, around the end of August.
August of last year, okay, got it. And why try again? Because if there's now, within these past, I know 15 years, but in the past 3 years of this marriage, if it has gone with all of this, the cheating, you going back and forth, why try again?
Because I do love her, and I love my kids, but mainly her. We've been through a lot of ups and downs, but I do love her, and I do want to make this work.
Uh-huh.
Does
she want to make it work?
She tells me she does, but there's things that she says and things that she does that makes me question it of whether or not she does.
So you don't believe her?
No, not really, no.
Got it. Well, listen, I think it's time to meet your wife, Cari. and hear her side of the story. So everyone, please welcome Cari to the show. Hi, Cari. Thank you for being here. How do you feel about what we just said?
Pretty upset. Every time he's left for Arizona, I've been pretty much taking on the role of a single mom. It's been definitely hard. And every time he's gone to Arizona, he's always been with somebody else.
Oh.
No, that's not true at all.
There's Cari, and then there's.
Okay, well, what about the 7 guys that you were with while I was gone last time?
She's been with other men.
6 different guys in a 2-month period.
Is that true?
Yes.
And he moved another woman into their home.
Do you think there's something going on between him and Cari?
Will unlocking both of their phones save this marriage? Or tear it apart forever?
Picture walking in on your wife in bed with another man while your kids slept in the next room. Randy says this is the nightmare he lived, and now he wants to know everything. So we're unlocking his wife Cari's phone to uncover the truth.
It's been definitely hard. And every time he's gone to Arizona, he's always been with somebody else.
Oh.
Okay, well, what about the 7 guys that you were with while I was gone last time?
So you're admitting that you were with those women?
I was not with them. I have friends, and she thinks because I'm friends with a female, whether,
But
you know,
yet, on every Facebook that you've made when you were in Arizona was pictures of you with somebody else.
Who's Cari?
She is somebody who's living with us right now.
Okay.
When I was with
The guy you cheated on with?
yes.
Okay, uh-huh.
He was somebody who was a friend of my ex-best friend from high school, who they were also acting like there was something going on between them. I told him multiple times I did not want my ex-best friend over.
But you wouldn't tell me why. You wouldn't give me reason why. You just
I didn't
kept
have
saying,
to
"Oh,
give
I
you a
don't want her
reason.
here." Well, I mean,
So you think there's something going on between him and Cari?
Yes.
Got it. This woman that lives in your house.
Yes.
So you met Cari, because I'm trying to keep the story straight. So you met Cari in Arizona, and now she lives with you.
yes. And it was actually her idea to bring her down.
No.
It was not my idea.
Got it.
You were the one who was getting upset when I was all over.
Well, I mean, what was I
And so you
supposed to
said
do when
you
you're
were
telling me
going
that you
to-
love me and you want me and you want to work on us, and then you're
But I told
another dude in
you
the house?
that I didn't trust you.
But why would you tell me that, oh, I love you and I want to be with you, and then
But
turn
I also
around
told
and,
you I wanted to see what happened between me and.
I'm not going to stand back and have you tell me to my face, oh, I love you, I want to be with you, and then you go upstairs and another dude behind my back.
I didn't.
So let me get clarity. Cari is your ex-girlfriend?
Yes,
So the woman that you moved from Arizona into your house is your ex-girlfriend?
yes.
And you saying that you didn't encourage that? You didn't?
No.
Okay, you didn't. But
He
you're saying
was
she
getting-
did?
Yes, she did.
He said he was going to bring her because he wanted to make me feel how he felt whenever he saw me and my ex all over each other.
Are you still sleeping with Cari?
No, I am not.
You're not sleeping
I
with her?
honestly don't know if they are or not. The way they act whenever I'm there is flirty, more than how he acts with me.
But that's just how I am. I mean, I can't. You
But
get mad
yet,
at me for.
I'm your wife, and you are laughing with somebody.
Okay, but you wake up in
And
the
every
morning
time you're
with-
in the hallway with her, it's always secretive.
Cari, do you think Cari's in love with Randy?
Oh, I think she still is.
Okay.
And
that's
I
why
honestly-
you're saying them talking in the hallway of your home, them having these like secret little jokes
Yes.
is bothering you. So you're saying that you caught Cari texting her ex and saying, I miss you.
multiple times.
Wow.
Especially the last ex that she had living in the house. And when I questioned her about it, oh, I was asking him about a car. Who the hell sends pictures of your kids to your ex about a car?
Because he was there for me when your ass was in Arizona.
Well, if you'd stop laying on your back for other guys, maybe I wouldn't have to leave.
I don't. Stepped up to be a father figure to my kids while you were out in Arizona, doing God knows what.
But yet you were telling me the whole time I was in Arizona, oh, I love
While
you.
I was being
want
a
you
single
back.
mother to our kids, supporting our kids while sending you money at the same time that I could have used for our kids.
I told you I was fine.
But yet,
But you
I
wanna
got
turn it
told that
around.
you weren't spending it on yourself, but you were spending it on Cari.
Yeah, because you listen to everything else that everybody else tells you instead of
But
what I
yet you
tell
created a whole new Facebook with pictures of you and her.
Okay, at least I didn't use somebody's last name that I'm not married to.
Okay, so you
I haven't.
created a Facebook with the woman your ex that's living in your house right now?
That's how I found out about him and
No,
Cari.
that Facebook I put on there because she told me on my birthday that she wanted me to come home. And I asked her, I said, well, if you want me to come home, you're gonna be honest with me. And she tells me that same day that she 6 different guys in a 2-month period.
Is that true?
Don't go away.
There's so much going on here.
There will be a confession from the woman living in their home,
Almost every single time she leaves for work.
and there will be 2 phones unlocked. Is there any way this marriage can continue?
You are the cop. Get off my stage.
So you're admitting that you were with those women.
I was not with them. I have friends.
Who's Cari?
She is somebody who's living with us right now.
Are you still sleeping with Cari?
No, I am not.
You're not sleeping
I
with her?
honestly don't know if they are or not. The way they act whenever I'm there is flirty.
She told me on my birthday that she wanted me to come home. And she tells me that same day that she 6 different guys in a 2-month period.
Is that true?
Yes,
It
and
is
I
true.
was honest with him.
It's true. Okay. And did you, because I also heard you just say that you
But
took,
at the same time-
you took one of the guy's last name, or you put that?
So it was a fake Facebook I was creating to see what.
Fake Facebook my ass when you have friends and family on that account.
Oh yes,
on.
I added family.
So how is
But
it
yes,
fake?
I created it to keep an eye on you to see what you were doing when and then I
and you
caught.
put your name as somebody else?
Yes. And I will be honest.
One of the guys that you were
Yes.
messing with.
Yeah,
Got
the
it.
same one that she told she wanted to marry and that
I
she
never
wanted to
once
divorce
said I
me.
wanted to marry him.
I saw the messages.
Got it.
Never once said I
saw
wanted to
the
marry him.
messages. The dude told me himself, dude, the dude told me all he wanted to do was he didn't even care about you.
And I didn't
And
care.
I love this guy. He is my world. How do you fall in love with someone that you've only known
I
for
will
a
be
month
honest,
or
I
two?
was never in love with him. It was because I couldn't trust you.
How old were you two when you got together?
So we met in 2014, but we didn't get together till I moved to Kansas in about 2016, 2017.
And how old were you both?
I was probably 18 or 19,
18 or 19.
maybe a
Okay.
little older.
You
I
were
don't.
19 because I was 21.
Got it. So you were really young, both of you.
Yes.
Okay. Was this both of your first serious relationship when y'all got together at 19 and 21?
Yes.
Why did you get married 3 years ago?
I wanted to spend the rest of my life with him,
Okay. You said wanted.
and I still do.
But
But
wanted is past tense. You didn't say I want.
I want to save this.
I'm also terrified
That's the difference between me and you. I want it.
of
You
the
think
fact
you want
that
it.
with everything going on that it won't work.
Yeah. Cari, what's making you emotional?
Pretty much everything.
Are you overwhelmed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hurt.
Yeah. You're raising the kids.
Every
Your
time he's left
relationship-
for Arizona, it's
But yet every time I've left for Arizona, 2 days later, you have a different in the house.
no, I don't.
There's so much going on here that I am listening to and taking in. I'm also watching both of your body languages. Your knee has not stopped shaking this entire time.
Jackson, I'm irritated with the lies and the I wanted to make this work. Yeah, tells me everything I need to know.
Okay. Well, I think it's time to unlock your phones and get to this, right? All right, Cari, let's unlock your phone first. Randy, you want to know if Cari has been meeting up with any men. Cari says she is not. Now unlock the phone. Investigators searched her GPS and found that Cari is telling the truth. Randy, you want to know if Cari has been talking to any other men. Cari says she's not. My Unlock the Phone investigators searched her apps and found that Cari is telling the truth. Randy, you want to know if Cari is communicating with other men since they got back together. Cari says she is not. My Unlock the Phone investigators searched her texts and found that Cari is not telling the truth. My investigator found 30 texts to 2 different men. The first told her to keep the conversation hidden from Randy, and she agreed. And the second conversation was her agreeing to wanting him over when Randy and the kids wouldn't be home.
Who?
He also found a Facebook that Cari referred to Cari as just a babysitter and a house bitch.
I know exactly who it is.
That's a long time ago.
Oh, get the with that.
No, that's been a while.
Go
Is Randy about to walk away from his wife for good?
This is the ring you all had?
Yes.
The fate of this marriage lies backstage.
She had an opportunity to tell me, and she didn't.
Don't miss what happens next.
Well, I think it's time to unlock your phones. Randy, you want to know if Cari has been meeting up with any men. Cari says she is not. Now, unlock the phone. Investigators searched her GPS and found that Cari is telling the truth. Randy, you want to know if Cari is communicating with other men since they got back together. Cari says she is not. My Unlock the Phone investigators searched her texts and found that Cari is not telling the truth. This is the ring you all had?
Yes.
Okay.
Those messages were from a long time ago.
Yeah. I'm going to go back for him really quickly. Let me see. I'll be right back. What's happening? What are you thinking about right now?
She had an opportunity to tell me, and she didn't. This dude had our kids taken from us. She swore on our kids she'd never talk to him again. And I told her if I ever found out she was, I was done.
Got it. So that's why, because there's a bigger history here with this guy.
And I wish she would have just been honest with me about it.
Come on back out. I want to hear you.
Those were in the past.
I don't believe you.
Those were.
If they were in the past, then why wouldn't you tell me about them? When I asked you.
Because I haven't talked to him since you first saw
when
that I was talking to him.
When I saw the messages from him, you told me it was about a car.
Because it was. Because he knew more about my car
and now there's messages
than you
about
did.
Cari being just a babysitter?
Yeah.
Where'd these messages come from?
I honestly don't remember. But yes,
That's your excuse every time. I don't remember. I don't remember.
Those messages were the ones on Facebook.
You have access to my phone.
Yeah, and there's this little thing called delete.
I don't delete anything, unlike you.
I've watched you delete.
Well, you think that Randy
things
deletes
I don't
stuff
talk
on...
to.
So,
old messages I don't even need access to.
I need to know, so you think Randy deletes stuff off of his phone?
Yes.
Well, I think it's time to unlock his phone now. Okay, Cari, you want to know if Randy has been talking to females on social media. Randy says he's not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched his apps and found that Randy is telling the truth. Cari, you want to know if Randy has any explicit photos on his phone. Randy says he does not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched his photos and found that Randy is telling the truth. Cari, you want to know if Randy is communicating inappropriately with his ex-caddy via text. Randy says he is not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched his text and found that Randy is not telling the truth. We found 14 text messages from yesterday telling Cari he missed her and couldn't wait to see her. Yeah. I'm not sure why she walked out right now, to be honest, because she's admitted to having sex with multiple men. She's admitted to having the guy in your house. So I'm confused of...
She's guys, but I say I miss somebody and I'm the bad guy.
Okay.
And that's how it is with her. When she gets caught, she does this.
So I'm confused, I gotta be honest, because you've admitted, we found out that you have been talking to the guy, you've admitted to having sex. He just is having conversations with Cari about missing her and saying that they... Why did that elicit that reaction from you? What was that?
So, it was due to the fact of I did catch some things written by her, and he's denying that nothing happened.
Because nothing happened.
But how do I know that? What happens between you and her when I'm not at home?
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
How do I know that?
But you never believe anything that I say.
Well, we got a message from Randy's ex-girlfriend, Cari, who is living in the house.
Cari has a confession that is about to change everything.
Almost every single time she leaves for work.
Cari right now is at your home watching y'all's kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there any way this marriage can continue?
Now you're in a toxic pattern of hurting each other over and over again.
Don't miss what they both decide to do. Next.
You are the five. Get off my stage.
Well, I think it's time to unlock his phone now. Cari, you want to know if Randy has been talking to females on social media. Randy says he's not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched his apps and found that Randy is telling the truth. Cari, you want to know if Randy is communicating inappropriately with his ex-caddy via text. Randy is not telling the truth. We found 14 text messages from yesterday telling Cari he missed her and couldn't wait to see her. Well, we got a message from Randy's ex-girlfriend, Cari, who is living in the house.
He pretty much told me that everything that happened in Arizona and everything that has happened here, everything that he's told me and everything has been a complete lie. And the only reason why he didn't tell me everything and wasn't honest with me was because he didn't want me to leave here. He's told me he loves me. I have Facebook messages. He's been kissing me. We've been doing other things. Almost every single time she leaves for work. If I had my choice, my hands would be on a bus today and never come back.
No.
So that's what Cari is.
That is Cari trying to come between us. Because
How do I know that?
who do I sleep next to every night? Who
It
do
may
I
be me, but
message
I don't know
every
what y'all
morning
do
telling
whenever I'm not home, when I'm at work.
Okay. So you're saying Cari is lying about y'all doing other stuff?
Yeah, I am. She wants to come between me and Cari. She has personally told Cari that she's going to do everything she can to split us up.
Okay.
But
She
yet
has
you
never
wanna
once said that to me.
I was sitting in the living room when she told you that.
She never once said anything like that.
Do you want to believe
Because
her?
she's, let me be clear, Cari right now is at your home watching y'all's kids.
Yes.
Yes.
Cari also told my producers that she's planning on going back to Arizona because Randy is telling lies. So she said she's leaving back.
Let her go back. I'm trying to save my family. I've told her that multiple times.
But if you have, then why is she still acting like this?
Get
Why
on-
won't you tell her in front of me?
I have.
Why?
Multiple
Well, why is she?
times.
You have
Why
said
is she
it
living in the
once.
house? Why is she living in the house?
Because she is refusing to leave. She had an opportunity to leave back in December.
Okay.
And
I have a
she
different
refused
opinion.
to
I have a
leave.
different opinion. Cari's living in the house right now is because you've been hurt The trust was broken. You were hurt from the beginning of this relationship. You two got together when you were 18, 19, 20, 21. You hadn't even understood what a relationship, this is your first serious relationship, and the trust was broken. And it caused y'all to just get into a toxic pattern over and over again. But what broke it, especially for you two, is that you had a man living in your house that he thought was just a friend, that not only did he catch you cheating with, but also now I learned had something to do with your kids. Being removed, almost removed from the house. And so you brought Cari in to show, okay, you know what? Two can play this game. And now you're in a toxic pattern of hurting each other over and over again. You hurt him, but with your honesty of telling him, listen, I'm sleeping with these other men. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you right out, knowing that's going to kill him. And then you hurt her by abandoning her and by also then bringing other women like your ex into the house, even if you're doing something or not, to show her it's not right. This relationship has run its course. There's nothing to save here. And I'm sorry that you're still holding on to the fantasy that you had 15 years ago when y'all were younger, of saying that maybe this could be the woman for you. Maybe this could be the man for you. You are not the people for each other. And that is clear.
I can't see myself with anybody but her.
I do believe you can see yourself with somebody else. And she's literally living in your house right now, watching your kids.
No.
You made a commitment in this relationship to be in a marriage. And unless you made a commitment that your marriage could be open, which it doesn't sound like it was, you are cheating and hurting your husband and breaking the vows. And you're doing that while your children are around. You do know that, right? And you do know that you're hurting them too by leaving and going away and bringing Cari into this house. Y'all have to make a decision right now. Is this fighting worth your children's emotional well-being? Is this fighting worth your children being on my stage in another 15 years crying because they didn't get the support from their parents and they grew up in a home that was toxic? You might love her, but do you love your children and your children's future more? Do you love your children's futures more?
Yes.
Because you know there's nothing here. I'm going to ask you both, do you think you deserve happiness?
No.
There
I
we
don't.
go. Now that's the reason you're staying. It's not that you love her, it's that you don't think you deserve happiness. Now that's a core issue that we can work on. She's not happy, and you have to do some growth and work on yourself.
Did I know that?
You know it. Would you want your daughters going through this, crying? I know you would. I know you would. So, can you make a commitment to her to say, let's end this and co-parent? You can do this. You deserve to be in a happy relationship, and you deserve to give your kids a happy relationship.
It's time to let it go. I don't want to, but I think we need to.
You know it's time to, right? What you two just did right here by being honest about your feelings and by being able to take that step and say it's time to let it go, you just take the healthiest step for yourselves, but also for those kids. I appreciate y'all being here to allow us to see the first step you're taking for yourselves and for your family. I wish you both the best of luck, okay? All right, everyone. Stay with us, friends. We'll be right back with more.
Called me a ghetto black girl. Yeah.
One comment has ruined Aaliyah's relationship with her father.
Don't touch me, please.
Can Alan figure out what his daughter needs?
It doesn't matter.
Stay tuned.
My guest Aaliyah says she has a fractured relationship with her father. And the breaking point was when she claims he insulted her. But Alan insists he wants a close relationship with his daughter. Please welcome Aaliyah to the show to hear her side of this story. You have a hug? Nice to meet you. Thank you for being here.
Happy to be here.
You smell great.
Thank
you.
you.
Look great too.
Thanks.
So Aaliyah, you contacted the show, and I want you to take a look, everyone, what you said. You said, I have a strained relationship with my father. My only black family left, which is important to me. I am half white and half black. My parents got a divorce 7 years ago, and everything has gone insanely downhill since then. My father has been so hurtful to me. I gave my father an intervention, and he called the cops on me. I want Karamo to give it one last chance before I go no contact. Aaliyah, okay.
Yeah.
So, there's so much in that for me to unpack.
There's a lot.
Yeah, there is. Okay, so what does your father say that insulted you, that where he tries to insult you?
He called me a ghetto black girl. Yeah. Which, as a black woman, really hurt my identity. And it was not
as a
like,
black man, that pisses me off.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I mean, obviously, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to hear your father's side of the story. But from hearing that, I can only imagine the pain you hear for someone who's close to you to call you that.
Yeah.
Here's an excerpt from an email your father sent you that you want me to see. How did you respond to this type of language?
I'm more of a quiet person.
Yeah.
So I ignored for a bit, and it's always been a back and forth. It feels like I'm in a toxic high school relationship.
Yeah. So do you and your dad talk right now?
No.
And what are you both arguing about the most right now?
I want to see my siblings.
Siblings right now.
He lives 15 minutes away from me. They go back and forth from him to my mom, who is 2 hours away from me. She'll let me see them, but you know, it takes a bit to go.
To go all the way out there, yeah.
And when they're there, why can't I
see your
stop
siblings
by,
at 15.
say hi?
Got it. Well, I appreciate your perspective, and I think it's time to meet Aaliyah's father, Alan, so we can hear his side of the story. So everyone, please welcome Alan to the show. Hey, Alan, how are you doing?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So what do you think about what Aaliyah described, how she described your relationship?
I think some of it was true, but on the other hand, there's a lot of things that weren't explained correctly.
Okay. Please tell me. I want to know.
Well, first, I mean, calling her, you know, ghetto black girl, I just think that she's very spoiled and just always runs to me
How am I
when
spoiled?
there's... Always runs to me when...
How am I spoiled?
You get everything you want. You've gotten everything you want.
How?
You know? And I've absolutely been there for her her whole life. Definitely.
You
I look up to
bully,
her.
harass, insult. You spam us with messages. You scream in our faces. You called the cops on 2 black kids who were sitting on your couch.
And the reason why I called the cops, because you would not leave. And I asked you to leave. And
Because
you know,
I'm talking to you. We're having an intervention.
No, we weren't having an intervention.
We're trying to make you understand.
I didn't want to have that
We're trying to
intervention.
make you understand
Wow.
that
Okay.
the way you talk
Look.
is not respectful to your kids, and respect goes both ways.
She's disrespectful towards me.
It's your job to make sure that no one ever calls her a ghetto black girl.
Can Alan figure out what his daughter needs?
Don't touch me, please.
Or are they both at the point of no return?
It doesn't matter.
It's time to end it.
Stay tuned.
My guest Aaliyah says she has a fractured relationship with her father, and the breaking point was when she claims he insulted her. But Alan insists he wants a close relationship with his daughter.
And I've absolutely been there for her her whole life.
Being there doesn't just make you a father.
Okay.
The way you talk
Look.
is not respectful to your kids, and respect goes both ways.
What did you think of that intervention?
Oh, I thought that was unnecessary. I'm the
Everyone
adult. I'm the
who gets
parent
an
here.
intervention
I'm the
thinks
parent
it's
here.
unnecessary.
So
We did it because we care.
But the way you care and the way you showed that was disrespectful towards me.
So my question is, because you said she was disrespectful, why did you call the cops on them? I know you said just to have them leave.
Well,
Disrespect doesn't mean you call the
just
cops
it
on
wasn't
me.
just me. It was also my mom, you know, and we're in her house. So my mom didn't want her there, and they wouldn't leave. And that was just like, hey, we're just asking you to go.
What about when I asked you to come outside and talk then?
I didn't want to talk to you anymore. I was done talking with you. It's time to end it, but you wouldn't leave.
Well, she says you don't allow her to see her younger siblings. Is that true?
Yeah, it was just after that fallout. The fact that being brought in this light and looking like no good dad.
Because there's more
you know?
problems besides you just being there. You just being there isn't enough. It's not enough to just be there.
What would it take for you and your daughter to find forgiveness today, in your opinion?
For me, I would just need her to change just the way that her attitude and her disrespectful. She's disrespectful towards me and ungrateful. You are ungrateful.
But have you ever even given the answer of why I'm disrespectful? You're the
Yes,
one calling
yes,
me ghetto.
Yes.
I don't call you a ghetto black guy.
But you call me.
I don't tell you that you're not.
Right.
So this is what I'm saying. I think you're confusing the words respect with empathy.
Right.
Because everything you're saying is about her to have empathy for your experience, her to have
agree.
empathy for what you're going through. And when she doesn't have that empathy because she describes her experience, you then call her disrespectful. That's what I've tracked the pattern.
100%.
Great. I want you to be validated in your feelings. Because if you're validated in your feelings from another man who could say, I see it and I understand, maybe that will give you an opportunity to validate her feelings. But what she's really asking for is more of the emotional support, the emotional connection. She's asking for that from you. And that is what's missing right now. She needs you. You're the man that is in her life that she has to turn to. And that's compounded not only by being a young woman, but also by the fact that she is also biracial. And she's saying, I'm also needing that support from you and that validation. Do you hear that? Understand that?
I absolutely understand it 100%. I do.
And there's a bigger piece on top of that I got to say to you. Black man to black man.
Right.
When you call the police on your daughter,
Right.
when she's been told by her father in an email, I saw your own words, that she's a ghetto black girl, it's your job to make sure that no police are called on her. It's your job to make sure that no one ever calls her a ghetto black girl. That's your job. Can you see that?
Yeah, I admit that I've made mistakes and that, I haven't been mature in a way and shown my anger towards you, and I shouldn't be taking that out on you. And I definitely would like to try to reconcile our relationship by taking baby steps at a time and see what we can do in order to heal it.
So moving forward, and I appreciate you saying that, she mimics your behavior in the fact of her, I'm gonna even not call it anger. It's in this strength of I need to be heard and seen.
All right.
So when you talk about her behavior, she's mimicking yours. Be aware of that. And the fact that she brought you here, knowing that this is a place where I try to always cultivate healing and growth, she brought you here not to berate you. She brought you here because she was hoping to get her father back. And if you've never seen this show, I'm be the first to tell you, people come on the show because they're hoping to reconnect. They're hoping to get better. And so she brought you here because she wanted to be heard, and she thought this would be the only place to be heard. But she hoped that after she was heard, you could reconnect. Am I telling the truth? What are you thinking about right now?
Don't touch me, please. Oh, God.
See, that's what.
Here you go, love. What made you emotional right there?
Because it doesn't matter.
What doesn't matter?
Like how I said,
What do you love about your daughter? What do you like about your daughter?
Oh, I love so much about her. Just her talent. She's extremely talented, and she can do anything that she puts her mind to. just love the fact that how she interacts with her siblings and how she's like almost like a motherly figure to them. And
That's why I should be able to see them.
Hold on, but what he just did there is he validated that you were a good big sister. You have to help her to build herself, to see herself as a strong, powerful, amazing black woman that she is.
I agree with you. And I'll look forward to taking those steps to have her see her siblings.
Can you believe that?
I hope so.
Good. Listen, this is the first step, and I'm glad I could be here. Listen, I wish y'all the best of luck, all right?
Thank you.
All right, everyone, thanks for being with us. Make sure to come back next time, friends, so we can keep talking and we can keep growing. I love you all.